Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to another Top 10 Tuesday. This is episode 40, I believe. And for this week, we are discussing top 10 Universal Monster pictures of all time. So my top 10 favorite Universal Monster films, personal favorite films. This is actually not the hardest list in the world to make because, I mean, it's almost comes off very generic, but a lot of the original Universal Monster films are so good that, I gotta put them on this list. But yeah, I'm such a big fan of Universal Monster films. I grew up watching Frankenstein films, and as you can see, got Frankenstein right here. But I'm just such a big fan of these old films. I love watching them pretty much all the time. So without further ado, let's get right into this top 10. First up here, because I was lazy and I only grabbed this complete Legacy Collection one for Frank. It's a couple films here. First up at number 10 is going to be Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Such a funny ass flick, man. It's just it's goofy. It's got a really extravagant storyline to it. Of course, you got Dracula and the monster, and Wolfman's in there and stuff. Yeah, you can't go wrong when you got all those monsters in one film. Pretty funny shit. It's a goofy ass film, but such a fun ass time. If you've never seen Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, it's it was a good one to kind of end the original Frankenstein pictures. In my opinion, it still holds up. It's funny as hell. I'm not going to give anything away, but definitely give it a shot. You can get it, of course, in this Frankenstein Legacy Collection. And that is going to do it for number 10. Of course, that film's from 1948. Coming in number 9 is another one that actually mashes up the characters. And again from this pack, and that's Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman from 1943. I actually did a review on this body bag, so if you want to know more about my thoughts on it, you check out that review. No idea what week it's from. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk right now. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I've been up since like 7 yesterday. It's been a long fucking day. Long, shitty day at work. But yeah, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. Fun-ass film. I love the battle at the end of the film. I love the beginning of this film. The scene in the graveyard. And I just love the atmosphere in this flick, man. It's fantastic. It's really short. I think it only runs like 70 minutes or something, but yeah, really great stuff, man. Basically, the Wolfman just kind of finds Frankenstein in this ice cave and carves him out, and then they do battle, in so many words. But yeah, awesome flick, number 9. And of course that was from 1943. Yeah, 1943. In at number 8 is going to be from 1933, The Invisible Man. And yeah, I've always enjoyed this flick, man. I actually kind of enjoy the sequels too. They're pretty fun. But this one right here is just classic shit from 33. Everyone knows the story of the Invisible Man. Mad scientist creates a serum that makes him invisible. But of course, at the same time, the same serum that's making him invisible kind of makes him crazy, and he starts going on a rampage. Pretty cool shit for 1933. Really interesting idea. Of course, based on H.G. Wells. Right there, of course. Really fun stuff. That classic little image right there of the scientist all bandaged up. Really cool shit. Yeah, really big fan of this flick, man. Really cool stuff. Invisible Man at 9. What was that number? Number 8. Number 7. We are going back to the pack because I am super lazy and I didn't pull out the double features with the cover arts and stuff. And we are gonna go to 1939, and that's Son of Frankenstein. I love Son of Frankenstein, man. It's such a great flick, man. Basically about one of the sons comes back. One of the sons of Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, and he basically, is kind of conjures up Frankenstein, and he's kind of controlling, and he's out for revenge and stuff like that. In so many words. That's probably a really shitty description, but Son of Frankenstein, really fun flick, man. In fact, I could probably have all these Frankenstein flicks on my list. I love them all. But Son of Frankenstein, really, really fun stuff right there. In at number 7. Number 6, of course, is the original Dracula from 1931. Always been a really big fan of this, you know. Bela Lugosi just does a great job. I'm actually a really big fan of both versions of the film, you know, the Spanish version, the English version. I would probably say I prefer... I don't even know which one I prefer more. I watched the English one more growing up than I did with the Spanish one. But, you know, nothing to take away from, but it's still really good. It's interesting. It's like the same film shot on the same sets with like just different cast. It's really fucking strange how they did it. But yeah, Dracula, I mean, everyone knows Dracula. It's just classic material. Everyone knows the story, but yeah, Bela Lugosi. Look at that fucking face. Just creepy as shit. But yeah, Dracula. In at number 6. Number 5 is some Boris Karloff in The Mummy, the original Mummy film. I absolutely love this movie. It's so good. This transfer is fucking amazing too on this Blu-ray. It's so good. But yeah, classic Karloff. I just love the way Karloff moves in this film. He's just so good as the Mummy. Basically comes back and, you know, tries to, you know, he kidnaps this woman because he believes that, you know, she is the reincarnation of his previous lover. Yeah, The Mummy, what can I say, man? If you've never seen these films, you gotta check them out. They're really, really fucking fantastic. I like the sequels too, not as much, but I do like the sequels to The Mummy. That was number 5. Number 4, of course, is Lon Chaney in The Wolfman from 1941. Just awesome, awesome stuff. You know, when this movie came out in 1941, I can't even imagine watching this for the first time and seeing that transformation into the Wolfman. Must have just blown people's minds. I mean, now it's so simple and easy to do the way they did it, but you know, back in those days, that must have just been shocking to see something like that. Really cool stuff. But love me some Wolfman. Love the sequels too, man. Some of the sequels are really good. But yeah, you know, fucking Lon Chaney does such a great job as the Wolfman. Yeah, awesome stuff. Everybody knows these, so I'll rip through them. The Wolfman at number 4. Number 3, of course, we have The Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've actually never seen this in 3D before. I will openly admit that. I don't know, like back in the 50s, when did this movie come out? 1954, I believe. I think I want to say 1954. Yeah, I think it was around the time when 3D was just fucking booming back in those days. So, for your 3D TV, yeah, I don't have a 3D TV, so I can't watch it. But not a big fan of 3D, anyways. But yeah, I love this film, man. You know, he just wants to love. He just wants to love. Yeah, Creature from Black Lagoon, fucking amazing stuff. Awesome flick. And at number 3, number 2 is, you probably guessed my top 2 picks. And number 2 is Bride of Frankenstein, of course, with Boris Karloff. Again, and this time he's got a bride. Awesome, awesome flick. I know the majority of people really do consider this a better film than Frankenstein. But the thing is, between these two, I've seen the original Frankenstein so many more times than this one. This film is fantastic, but something about the original Frankenstein film. But yeah, The Bride of Frankenstein is really good stuff. Yeah, I would probably say the majority of people prefer this one over the original one, so I don't know. Maybe that's just me talking on my ass because I'm really fucking tired, but yeah, Bride of Frankenstein, awesome stuff. And of course, at number 1 is... yeah, Frankenstein. Of course, this list was just littered in Frankenstein films because Frankenstein is my favorite character, and I love all the movies. I buy everything Frankenstein. I love Frankenstein. Karloff, just so fucking good as Frankenstein. Just love it. You know, the scene with the little girl still to this day is just so beautiful. It's haunting, you know, but I don't know, man. What can I say about Frankenstein? It's classic. I don't really want to say too much about these because everyone has seen these. Do a quick little recap. Of course, number 10 was Abbott Costello Meet Frankenstein. Really, really good flick. Number 9 is Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. Gotta love that mashup. Just really great stuff. Number 8, The Invisible Man. Yeah, number 7, we have The Son of Frankenstein. Good type revenge shit. Number 6, we got Dracula. Number 5, The Mummy. Number 4, The Wolfman. Number 3, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Number 2, Bride of Frankenstein. And of course, Frankenstein at number 1. And you probably guessed it with all the Frankenstein stuff. Yeah, love me some Frankenstein. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for my top 10. You know, come to think of it, man, I really just want to watch Universal Monster films now. Maybe pop in some of the sequels. I haven't watched some of the sequels in a long time. I do stick to the originals for some reason, because they're just so damn good. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the top 10. See you in week 41. And yeah, peace out, homies.